I've made this list, not S tier or whatever I made this, will be good in my opinion, could be good in my opinion, 50-50 chance to be as or good, and does not seem viable. Throne Liberty massive update is finally here. We are currently inside of a maintenance depending on when you watch this video, but in this video I'm going to be covering what should you pair your orb with, because there's many ways to pair the orb. However, most of this stuff is by me sitting in quest log and doing some calculations and reading the skills. I haven't been able to test out the game or the orb myself, and there hasn't actually been enough time to test out the orb. So most of this is like kind of could be good, correct, while at the same time there might be some classes that might be better than others later on when we do a little bit more testing, when people get better gear, better stats, all that good stuff. Heroic orb, some of these might change, but I know some of you guys want to play out orb and want to test it out, so I'll be giving you guys my opinion for what I found out so far. And we're gonna take a look at this guy that did some insane damage on orb already, because this has been out of Korea for 2 days. And this is the video. It is a crossbow plus orb player. Now if you guys know, both the crossbow and the orb has the exact same range, so people were thinking that they would pair up very nicely together. But this guy already is doing 10 million damage in 1 minute. Now, you have to know that there are certain classes that actually does more damage than this on a dummy with short period of time. But remember that this guy got this orb a couple days ago. He has a level 7 orb. There's going to be many ways to fine-tune this and do even more damage. So already doing 10 million is absolutely nasty. Like, look at this stuff. And there's certain crossbow skills he isn't even using, and he's doing this damage. Those skills look crazy. There's definitely ways to fine-tune this damage for sure. Okay, so 30 seconds now. We can see he's already on the second set of dummy. And he has no extra buffs here too. It's just pure dummy testing. Not even using a remedy for this, just pure testing. There we go. 10 million in 1 minute. Exactly too on the dot. Because you can see the potion cooldown. So yeah, that is, you can see his gear too. He showed his gear, level 7 orb, not even any heroics here. He has a couple of heroics on his gloves and ring, but overall he does have a tier 3 piece here and a tier 3 bracelet. But aside from that, level 7 orb, definitely better ways to test this and do it even better. So I won't be surprised if orb and crossbow will be one of the most best classes in PvE and potentially in PvP. But that is his skills too. Let's see, he's full level 5. This one is not level 5 though, but most of it is full level 5. Let's see what specialization he's using. Oh, he's showing us everything. That's perfect. You guys can copy this, guys. Wait, what level? Yeah, he has his orb at level 200 though. I was thinking that it might not be 200, but it's 200. So this is what he's using so far. But yeah, crossbow orb looks crazy. But now I want to show you guys what I think is going to be the best orbs or orb combos, in my opinion. I've made this list, not S tier or whatever I made this, will be good, in my opinion. Could be good, in my opinion. 50-50 chance to be as or good, and does not seem viable. And I haven't ranked any healers because I don't know much about healers at all, so I cannot give my opinion on it. So I'm going to be talking about the tanks and the DPS is just general. So I do think wand and orb will pair really good. We already saw the orb damage and it has really good overall buffs, and wand curse bomber paired with orb I think is going to work really well together, and both are magic damage, so it's going to be I think could be from the skills and how that would work, I think it would be a good pair and good combo together. And then we have the crossbow orb. I don't have to say much about this. Aside from that, it looks absolutely nasty. PvE wise. I'm not sure PvP though. PvE wise, both Wand and Orb and Expo Orb sound looks good. PvP wise, we kind of have to see what else Orb can supply. Orb has really good passives, probably like one of the best passives that we've seen inside the game from each weapon. So I do think they might be viable if you pair them correctly for PvP too. I mean, you do have the sneak ability going to Dimension to help you on your defensives. You have insane amount of shields, guys. Insane amount of shields. So they might pair up good with both Wand Orb and Crossbow Orb. And I think you have like Collision Immune too. So it's going to be so nasty with Crossbow. And then we have Staff Orb. This kind of speaks for itself. I think most people agree with the Staff Orb will also be strong, especially in PvE. PvP is gonna be, if it has the ability like daggers have to like be able to get away from situations when you're getting targeted. I think Staff Orb could be really good, and again, magic damage overall, I think it's gonna be absolutely insane. So these I am kinda certain will be very viable inside the game and will be strong no matter what. Now the next one is I play tank SNS GS. And that's why I put this on could be good. And the main reason for this is Orb looks very good to pair up with SNS. A lot of shield, a lot of buffs. The main reason why SNS haven't worked out or isn't as good with other weapons, because we've seen SNS Spear, which is good. And we've seen it work in PvP. We've seen it not so good in PvE. We've seen SNS Dagger work in PvP. It could work in PvE too. We've seen SNS Wand in both PvE and PvP, but the main PvE, especially also PvP, is Greatsword. And the reason for that is a Blood Devotion. Blood Devotion is just too good to not take with you for absolutely any type of tank because of the damage increase. So if Orb can give enough with its skills and the buffs, I think it can be really good. I do think SNS Orb has a place in PvP to play in a certain type of way with all the buffs and all the shields. In PvE, it's going to be certain situations unless it can provide a damage buff. For tankiness and overall support, it could be good, but you need those damage buffs to go out for it to actually beat the GS in PvE. So that's why I put in could be good. I do think it definitely has a spot in PvP though. 50% ass or good. I first put Orb Dagger because I do think Orb, even though we've seen it can deal some damage, I do think it's more of a pair-up weapon. You know how Dagger is so OP in PvP because you can pair Dagger with absolutely everything because of evasion or of the passives or all the buffs that it provides and all of the mobility it provides. You pair Dagger with Greatsword, you can pair Dagger with Staff, you can pair Dagger with Crossbow, which is absolutely OP, pair with SNS, basically with absolutely everything, right? And I do think Orb kind of takes the same spot as the Dagger. Now, if you can output enough damage with the Orb, I do think this combo can be absolutely nutty. That's why I put 50%, because if you can output enough damage to actually kill players, your mobility with this combo and your movement will be absolutely insane. Like this, the amount of movement you have, the amount of sneak you have, the amount of teleports you have, it's just, people are gonna hate playing against this. So if Orb can provide the damage, because that's what Dagger is lacking, I think this is gonna be absolutely nasty. But if it cannot provide it, it's gonna be ass. So that's why I put it 50-50. GS Orb, I really want GS Orb to work. So if you guys make a build and it works, please send it to me, because this is the comp I'm going to be playing, and I think this is more of copium. Like, I do think GS Orb should probably be down here, but I really want it to work, and I seen the shields you can get, and GS can put some damage, like we have some execute damage and stuff to execute players, so maybe with certain buffs and stuff with the Orb, this combo can work. I hope so. But this is also 50-50% chance for it to work. I mean, GS does have mobility, which is good, so maybe pairing up with Orb could be good. But overall, the reason I put it here is just like my own bias. I want it to work. So 50-50, hopefully GS works. But definitely these other ones are way better options. Last is Bow Orb. Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Bow players, DPS especially, healers, this could work. I don't know much about healing in general. So I'm not gonna give too much opinion on it. But DPS wise, bow orb, it just doesn't work in my opinion. Like bow is nice, but it's been struggling for a long time damage wise. And maybe it can work similar to staff bow right now as a liberator damage wise if orb can output enough DPS, but it's more also, remember, it's more of a support weapon too, right? But even though we saw the damage output, so maybe it could be good if you full focus the damage, I just don't see it having enough damage. Like single target damage, X-bow, orb will be better, wand orb would be better, AoE damage, other classes would be better. I just don't see where this comp will be good, but there is always a chance. That's why I put it on 50-50. The one I don't think will be viable would be spear orb, because this leads to really good AoEs, because orbs does have good AoEs and spear is known for its AoEs, but usually when you do PvE raids or dungeons and stuff, you need more single target. Spear does have good single target damage if you spec it that way, but the single target compared to others are just not there. It could be a good farm gameplay. It could be good in large scale, but it's gonna be hard to pair this up, right? Because spear loses a lot of hit if it's not paired with greatsword. That's usually where the combo is. You play gladiator with the spear. You could play with dagger too, but I don't see it working as well with orb. But anyway, I may be wrong. But this is my opinion on what I think could work and won't work. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. And remember, this is mainly by looking at the stats and stuff. When you actually play it, this list will change. So when the list change, I will give you guys an updated list. But as of now, I do think this list isn't too bad. And for certain things, these classes might be viable. I just think that the ones I put in will be good. I think might work for both everything PvE related and PvP. While the ones I put on 50-50 is just gonna be like, could be good or not. I don't have enough information. But let me know what you guys think. What are you going to be playing on Hybrid Boost, and are you going to be swapping to Orb? Let me know in the comments below. We already know Orb is going to be OP, and watching that video, it looks absolutely insane. So let's just see what it has to offer. Make sure you guys tune in for the stream. I'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch when the servers are live, and I hope to see you guys then. Bye-bye.